through and through. I would admit that, okay, there would be some nights where he would sleep in the bathtub. He had a bed, he had a mattress, he had pillows. But he said he would sleep in the bathtub because it felt more normal to him when he would wake up from a night terror. And I was like, I don't know how you find that out. And that means this man had night terrors and tried every room before he went tub. And I was talking to my dad, so I would go to bed at a regular time. Even a little late, because, we're young and everything. We're in college, and then I would just know I can't go to the bathroom for the rest of the night. I'm gonna have to hold it until he wakes up, and what would normally be distressing, sleeping peacefully, and then hearing from the bathroom is only made a relief, because then I know, okay, he's up, I can go. A lot of people in America worry about terrorism. This is a top concern for some people, and it just depends, mostly to me at least, on when you were born, and I think that within this understanding of terrorism, there are many different definitions, One definition is someone who stokes fear and anxiety for the purpose of fear and anxiety in their enemies. And there's a lot of talk of terrorism or potential terrorism. People get called terrorists all the time. There's some people that want to equate terrorism to one specific group, one specific religion. But I know that there are terrorists. But the terrorists that I'm talking about, they have no religion. The terrorists that I'm talking about, the terrorists that I believe already live in the U.S., they don't have some God that they call to for their purpose of doing what they do. They just do it to stoke fear and anxiety. I'm talking about people who put an empty box of cereal back on the shelf. These people have no place in our society, alright? I had a roommate. This man, I bought some Cheerios and I bought it for the group. We all eating out here. And so then I go to grab the Cheerios and I'm excited, I'm hungry. And I go to grab the Cheerios and there's a certain feeling. Anyone who's been a victim of what I'm talking about will know the feeling. It is a weightlessness of despair. You go to grab what you think might even be a half-full box of cereal, and in your attempt to grab it, you put too much energy, too much force into your shoulder, into your arm, into your hand, and when you put that force into your shoulder and your arm and your hand, and you grab the box of cereal, you go to lift it up. You hit the top of the cabinet. Because there's nothing in there. And, not only is there nothing in there, what's been left is crumbs. And the sound of crumbs is the jingle bells of poverty, all right? Oh, I've never felt poor until I hear crumbs. Hearing crumbs is right out of Oliver Twist. Crumbs is what Charles Dickinson wrote all of his best work to. I didn't even think I could hear crumbs. Oh, but they have a sound. It's a mix between bread particles bouncing off each other and then a whisper. It's in a moment. It's something that almost can't be identified. And it's the whisper of those crumbs the same way that you could split atoms, that you could collide particles and make an entire boom, a bang, a nuclear bomb, a hydrogen bomb. The banging together of these bread particles makes one singular noise, and it is the universe telling you from a point of almost quantum physics, bouncing the particles off each other, that you're poor. That's the sound of poor. Wouldn't you love to say, you'll never say it. You're too poor. These are crumbs. If you've ever, in your life, out of necessity, not out of deliciousness, had to pour crumbs into your mouth, only in the Bible do I imagine this level of thirst for food. You might as well be in the desert. Even if you are in your Pittsburgh apartment, you might as well be in the desert if you are opening your mouth, letting it hang, while an entire bag of crumbs slides and floats to your mouth. Because the crumbs that are sliding into your mouth from this bag, they have no Christianity. These crumbs are there to embarrass you. They're there to make you look and feel poor while you pour them into your mouth. Maybe that's where we get the word poor from, and maybe that's where we get the other word poor from, because you have to pour these into your mouth while you feel like the poorest person that has ever lived. And the bag is stiff because it's that hard, semi-soft plastic that they only make cereal bags out of. And because of that, it's got a lot of ridges. It's got a lot of things that the crumbs can slide and get caught up on, you know? It's a lot like when you try to get water to a new place and the water is working its way through the canyon, but it doesn't know where to go yet. It's being pushed by the other water, and this gravity that's pulling down the crumbs to your mouth as the crumbs rushing at you from all angles. Even when you try to pinch the bag, to give yourself some dignity. You try to pinch it and straighten it up to make a funnel for your mouth, because this is all you have. Crumbs is all you have. Crumbs is your life. And so you make it as straight as possible. You slide it down. Only when you are making a paper plane do you have this level of intent as you straighten something out. You straighten it out as much as possible, and then you dip it into your mouth, and still the ridges find a way. Because the devil is busy. Oh, the devil is hard at work trying to make you look and feel poor, even if you're alone in the room. You pour the crumbs, they're rushing from all angles, skidding down the plastic to your mouth. But then something happens. You don't know if it's in the middle of the bag or it's at the very edge, because some bags, depending on what cereal you get, have smooth tops and some have ridged tops, okay? That's going to be important, because if it's a smooth top, the crumbs will slide out. If there's ridges right at the top, that means that the crumbs have one last giddy up before they get to your mouth. And so then not only do they giddy up, but you are looking for the food. You'd at least like to see what you're eating. And so you're looking down the bag, and the crumbs are like, we can go anywhere. We could go in your mouth, we could go up your nose, but we love to go in your eyes. And so then you're standing there with crumbs in your mouth and in your eyes and down your face and down your shirt. As soon as they got in your eyes, they stung because crumbs are sharp. You might as well juggle knives over your open eyes. You know what that feels like? To be You know what that feels like? You have to dig Cinnamon Toast Crunch out your eyes. Every cereal sharp. Every cereal is sharp, and so I remember I was a victim of terrorism. And I took my crumbs and committed. But then I confronted my roommate. I said, hey, I know what you did. You know what you did. I don't know why you did it. I feel like I've been very respectful. I feel like we have a good rapport. I don't know why you were engaged in such a vicious attack against my Saturday. And he was like, what? I was like, you know what? Because he did know what. Because without me saying anything else, he was like, look. I put it back, but there was some in there. And I said, some crumbs. He's like, no, there was Cheerios in there. And then I thought, okay, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I accused the wrong roommate. Because I have more than one. And so then I walked to the kitchen with him because the bag and the box were laying on the ground because I obviously had to run to the bathroom and wash my eyes out of the very sharp cereal. And at this time, this is the first of all, I need to go back. This is the second time this had happened. Alright? And so the first time was Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and then the next time it was Cheerios. That's my mistake. And so then it seems like there was some in there, and then we walk over, and the bag and the box was strewn on the floor like a crime scene. Because I had to drop them immediately. I also got Cheerio in my eye. And I was like, there was nothing. And you know there was nothing because it was only crumbs. And now the crumbs are in me and on me. And then he's like, no, there was something left. I was like, what left? And he was like, there was one Cheerio. And I was like, now I know. You might as well be Osama bin Laden because the fact that there was one Cheerio you chose to not eat and leave means you're out of your mind. And then I looked, and sure enough, there was one Cheerio on the ground. One Cheerio. A single Cheerio. Like a British person saying goodbye. Obviously, I didn't kill him. I'm here with you now, but I thought about it. I struggled a lot growing up, even into my early adulthood, with opinion of myself and my body image and everything. It's very difficult sometimes for any young person to believe that they already believe that they are lovely or that they are good in just the way that they are. They basically, that they are enough. You're still working on yourself. There's still things you want to do with your life. You got your whole life ahead of you. But there's nothing extra you have to do to be worth anything, you know? And it's a hard thing to convince someone else who doesn't believe it. I wish more people believed it. If you saw yourself the way that the people that love you see you, what a beautiful world that would be, you know? And it's not as if love isn't poured into and on these people, showered with praise when something goes right. You know, not everyone gets it, but even for the people that do, they still struggle with body image, they still struggle with confidence, and then for the people who should have people that they look up to, maybe not giving them any of that, either being indifferent to them or actively hurting their confidence. Sometimes even when you have those positive forces in your life, you still don't accept it in a way that would help boost your confidence. And you're like, you know, she loves me, but that's like my mom. She biased. And I know for me, I spent a ton of time trying to work on myself in different ways. Some things that I actually needed, some things that built me up, and some things that were maybe a little bit unnecessary, you know? I really struggled to look at myself in any positive way until I got really fit, like in my head, really, really fit. I should look like I saw the guys and I thought I should look like that. I should look like a version of that, at least, you know? And never mind that I'm looking at dudes who have been on their own journey or struggle with their own confidence, or maybe get a little extra help to look the way that they look. I don't know. And I was never trying to be like insanely huge. I joke about being like ripped and real big, but honestly, I don't have the frame for it. Truly, I'm not tall enough to be wide. Yeah, I mean, no matter how big my shoulders got, I'd start to just be in the way. Like, it looks good in the picture when you're flexing, and you've got all the muscles and they're all defined and everything, but then practically in life, it does start to be a problem when you're trying to walk through a door. You don't want to be on a date and see a door and go, how do we handle this? You know, because shoulders, the hips, they're all wide and muscular, but that door frame will free. Making all of them standard. You can do this, and then you hold hands, you get to the door. You're like, first, you look like you're being June. Please go ahead. And then she walks through the door with ease, and you now have to figure something out. You're standing on the opposite side of the door, and you're like, oh, okay. You strained?
Ooh.
You let her know this isn't going to be the life for her. I never wanted to be huge, huge, huge. I just wanted to be very, very fit. You know? And yeah, I worked on some success, less success. But even when I started to work out, I realized I wasn't really the issue. Now I was going to the gym and I was eating as much as possible. And I was gaining a little bit of weight. Not much. And I was like fighting to keep looking this certain way. And finally accepted that like even if I got there, maybe I wouldn't be happy. And I even discovered that through other people who I knew were there. People who I wanted to look like that were in my life. You know? And they still have all the same problems I did. And I would go to the gym and I'd see people packed in there, fighting to look a certain way so they could feel a certain way. And there is a bit of a cheat code. You can try to work on feeling the way without having to fully change your entire body. You know, to earn loving yourself and like straining and potentially hurting yourself. You know, like there's some things that go to be lifted in therapy. You know, like it's just. And but I remember I would see the workouts, and sometimes you see people get creative. There are a couple machines that are pretty straightforward. You sit down, you want to row, you put your feet here, and you pull. And that's exercise right here. This is what you do from the back. You know, you get more little biceps in there too, and maybe if you're trying to work it back, you can lean forward a little, lean back a little with the pull. You know? I saw a guy sit down like normal and then put his feet in. And I'm not gonna lie, I stopped. I was like, this is about to be awesome. And this man, I don't know what muscle it works out. It seems like it just ruins your joints, but he went. Let's make sure it's clear. And it looked like it felt like it sounded. This man did 8 sets of 10. And I watched the whole thing. Oh, there was even a time when I went to the gym and, you know, I was working out my legs differently. You know, I was doing some lunges, I was doing some like split squats and everything. Not much weight, but just trying to make sure that I worked out my legs, because there's some people that in all that self-consciousness and all of that wanting to build up for yourself, your body, your image, they still only work on the glamour muscles. They forget the base. They forget their core sometimes, and they definitely forget their legs. And we've been told since we were children that the legs are important. We've been told in many different ways. We've been told by PE teachers. We've been told by coaches. We've been told by parents. We've been told by cartoons. There's an entire cartoon dedicated to people who skip leg day. Johnny Bravo was trying to warn us for our entire childhood how important leg day is. That's not a structure you want. You don't want to have more hair than... So I was working out my legs, and so I'm packed into this gym with a bunch of other people, which is, look, it's very frustrating because this gym was unfortunately affordable. So a lot of people were in there, and I was one of them. And I was hopeful, sometimes they sell memberships all year, and they're counting on people not to go. The way the gym structures are built out is so that you get all of these people that they're signed up, they don't actually show up. And so the gym is able to run fairly efficiently as long as like a tenth of the people who are members show up at a time. If everybody showed up that was a member of the gym, if everybody started to really decide to work on themselves, it would look a lot like PSA. There'd be very little movements. The only way to work out would be passing the weights, just so you can have some. And while I was in the gym, packed in there with everybody else, there was a fire alarm that went off and some smoke that we saw. And, I didn't see any fire, but 2 out of 3 signs isn't bad. And so there were only 2 exits, which in retrospect was a horrible thing. Like, you could only get out through the elevator, which you're not going to take during the fire, or the stairs. And so people started clamoring for the stairs. And this is where the real fitness test began. Because there were some people that were out in a flash, but then there were other people who had been working out. So they used all their fire running strength on the treadmill. So now they see that the fire alarm is going on, and there's smoke, and they hop off the treadmill, and they're like, oh no. Like a workout. There was one lady literally still looking at her watch going, and then there was me, who had been doing leg day. Tried to make my way out as fast as I could, but honestly, if I could brag on myself for a second, I had gone pretty hard. I had a PR and everything, and a PR is what you don't want to have when it's time to run. Because I put the weight down, I saw everybody running out, and I made my way for the exit, and I could not stop jiggling like I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you have to evacuate for a fire, but nobody moves like there's a fire. Even as you're going downstairs to get out of a building that has smoke in it that is clearly seemingly on fire, You still get people that do that thing that people do when they get to the top of the stairs, where now that they're clear, they just enjoy their day. If you've ever been in a walkway, there are people who can't wait. At the beginning of the stairs, they can't wait to get up there. And as soon as they get up there, as soon as they're past the last step, they're like, oh, yes. As if there's not a ton of people behind them. And so I'm noticing, as I'm shaking and jiggling down the steps, how slow people are going down the steps. And so people do start to scream like, hey, hurry, move it, you know, fire. And then we get outside, and it was next to the door. One of the reasons everybody's slowing up was that same lady was out front near the door, just like next to the door, just run, like you still got the rest of the world to run. What are you waiting for? If you wait for your gym buddy, you left him. You left him to die. It's funny because I was watching the news and I saw this, I can't really call it a debate, it was more of a screaming match. It was on CNN, and on CNN, okay. Found the one person that works at CNN, and that's man, I've never heard anybody clap for CNN like that. Yeah. Now, to be fair, look, to be fair, we don't know where our friend is from, and CNN abroad is actually substantially better. Like, when you watch CNN and you're in like France or something, it is actually like engaging programming. We really are the only ones that do CNN the way we do CNN. I like it as an example. When you travel the world, McDonald's is still fast food. We're the only ones that made it poison. Every other country, they just say what happened on the news. They just tell you. They're like, oh yeah, no, they need to beat the tank. They need to beat the tank. And the first people left, and the second people left. It's really mostly in the U.S. where you watch the news and it's like chaos in the streets. Like every news segment is cutting a promo for a horror movie. I was watching CNN and I saw where Jillian Michaels was on there in a debate that she seemed to have started, and they were talking about changes to the Smithsonian and how art and culture shifts between who has the power to dictate how the exhibits are written, who the exhibits are of, and everything. And Jillian Michaels was like, it's so unfair that slavery in this country only gets blamed on one race. Look, as outrageous as that is genuinely funny. Like, look, I'm not gonna tell anybody how to feel, but you heard the words that I said, that Jillian said, and you immediately got angry. I would ask you to take a step back. I'm not going to tell you how to feel. You can be angry if you want to be angry, because it is a very short-sighted, ignorant thing to say, but that's precisely why it's so funny. It is absolutely hilarious. But the best way I can describe why this is funny is when I was a kid, I would I would be at home alone for about 3 hours. I would get off, from school. I would do practice, and then I would get home. I'd be alone for about 3 hours, right? So for 3 hours, I was the only person in the house. And one day, I was just walking through the house. I was eating something. I think I was like eating some Easy Mac and walking, not paying attention where I was going. And I knocked over this vase. And it was a vase that my mom loved, right? And so it smashes on the ground, and I genuinely didn't know what to do because I was like, man, I'm going to be in a huge amount of trouble. I need to think of something. And in my head, I was like, what should I do? Should I call my mom now and be like, hey, when you get home, you will want to beat me. But I feel like if I tell you now and you're going to be like on shift for another half hour, and then just the concern, because I never call you, I'm hoping the concern that you have that I am calling you, you'll be so relieved that I'm alive, that I'm not dead, you'll want to kill me less. You know, because having that coworker be like, it's your son, you know what I mean? And then having you be like, oh, what, my baby? And then I tell you what I'm about to tell you, and then you're like, oh, I'm just so glad you're still with us that I would hate to make it so you were not, right? That was one thought. Then the other thought was, look, I've given this whole having a family thing a good run. Maybe I dip right now. Maybe I leave home right now. And then the third thing, which is what I did do, was nothing. I went to my room and played some video games for what felt like might be the last time in a long time. And when my mom got home, I remember all the noises of her getting home. I remember the like screen door, and then the lock, and then the lock turning, and then the deadbolt turning, and then her walking in, the screen door shutting behind her, her shutting the door, her locking the door and the deadbolt. Again, every footstep from the front door to the kitchen, because she missed it at first. And then every footstep after the kitchen back into the living room where I heard my name. And not my name the way you know it, my full legal name. You know what they put on your death certificate or before a parent kills you? My full legal name. And then I walk in, and my mom is like, what happened? What is this? And then I said, oh, you just gonna blame it on me? Wow. Maybe I was in there playing video games the entire time. Maybe somebody broke it and left. Maybe I'm lucky to be alive right now. You're just gonna immediately blame me because I was the only one here. You're just gonna blame me because it looks like it was me. And that's kind of what Jillian Michaels was doing with the whole, like, yeah, that's kind of what she was doing. Can't believe you just blaming on one race of people. And it's so funny too, because when it comes to history like that, there are always these bad actors that try to pull the thinnest straw man out of the woodwork. You know, there'll always be that person. There was a guy. actually remember his name, and this is before slavery in the U.S. was more based on race and before more people were shipped to the U.S. There was a dude that I've read about that apparently was of African descent, and he came over and he had about 2 or 3 slaves, and one of those slaves was seemingly of the Caucasian persuasion. And whether this thing is true or a myth, I've heard it my entire life in Western slavery, that there was one black guy who had a white slave. And I'm like, look, even if that's true, that's not what it's known for. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Just picking and choosing how you present an entire idea. And it makes sense to me that someone like Jillian Michaels would say something like this. She is from a reality TV show. She's known for the show The Biggest Loser. Yeah, that's who she is. That coach from The Biggest Loser. You know, the nice one. The Biggest Loser was a show, I don't think it's still on the air anymore, so if you're not familiar with the show, it was a show where they would bring on people who were overweight, struggling with image and everything, and they would help them lose weight by making them do slavery. Who here lives here, by the way? Who here lives in New York? I am not from here. I moved here, and I grew up in Louisiana, which, you know.
Wow.
Do y'all remember the first time that y'all had to hardcore ignore a person who, you know what I'm talking about? Or you're just like, I cannot engage with this individual. No clue to come up with. Because I remember, I grew up in Louisiana, very like hospitable place, taught to be very polite. I moved from Chicago, even more Midwest, nice and everything. So I moved to the city unprepared. I showed up making eye contact. I was over here smiling at people's face like, hey, how's it going? Every day. It took me 3 weeks to ignore my first person, all right? That's too long. Just living in New York is a boxing lesson you have to teach yourself. You know, just after a couple weeks, I was like, all right, tuck the chin, shoulders out, make a Philly shell, stay ready. I'll never forget it. The first person that I ever had to ignore in New York, I was on the train, and this guy was asking me for change. And when he approached me, he had one ball out. That's a rough approach, right? Because I'm not gonna lie, one ball out, I don't even recognize it right away. Like that, as someone with balls, I still, if I don't see the whole package, I'm like, that's an alien. He walked up with it like a monster. I was like, I wish I had a gun right now. That's insane. I was so upset. And he walked out, and okay. So then I was looking at my phone, right? And the worst part is that I'm sitting down, he's standing up. So the ball is in my peripheral, all right? It's right there. There's no escaping. And it's just, he's too close for me to look harder at my phone. It's like the top right of my vision is hooked right now, okay? And so I can't look away. There's no looking away. And he's talking, he's like, come on, man. I know you hear me, man. And then I'm just like, I'll just ignore him and he'll go away and just look at his phone harder and he'll move on, right? And then he starts getting upset. He's like, come on, I know you hear me. The more upset he gets, the more animated he gets. And more animated he gets, the more he's moving. So now the ball is bouncing. The ball is bouncing up and down. This man is dribbling in my face. And I'm just looking at my phone and I'm just like, it's just ignore him. He'll go away. And here's the thing, I didn't cry. I did not cry. I just did not cry. Like, I did start to tear up eventually, and my vision got blurred. Because this is the thing, there's no science behind what I'm saying. I'm just telling you what I saw when I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I didn't want to see it. So it's not even like something I'm trying to, like, it's just, every time he bounced, it felt like the ball got longer. And I was that's just so unacceptable. So now I'm tearing up, and he still is getting madder and madder. He's like, hey, you can't just stick there. I'm a human being. You can't just ignore me, dog. And he's like bouncing around. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie. And he yelled at me for so many stops. I genuinely started to pray. And that's not a prayer you think you have to pray in a place that's not prison. You know what I mean? Like, I was just sitting there like, I don't know, I don't deserve this, Lord. I've been a good and faithful servant. I was like, this is crazy right now. And then he said, you know what, screw you, man, I'm done with this. And he goes to turn around, but he's still clearly upset. He's still very mad. And so then, even as he turns around, he's like, and another thing. And then the ball swung. And I was like, sir, you don't need to kill one of us, all right? Unacceptable. It does feel weird. I don't know if y'all feel this way, but it feels like nothing is actually viral anymore. Like there's not a shared experience as much on the internet anymore. Like you'll see something that interests you, and it has 2 million views, and you go to talk to people about it, and no one has seen it. Isn't that crazy? Like your internet is tailored so much to you, so deeply, that it's just your whole experience, which is what 2 million is a lot of views. That means either a lot of people watched it or some very passionate people watched it a lot of times. I'll tell you my favorite video because I'm sure you haven't seen it. It's only got 2 million views. So my favorite video this week is a white woman. Probably my favorite white woman of the week as well, because she walks in to this police station with a gun. Already very good, right? Already great. So then she walks in with the gun, and it must be late because there's no cops around, right? But then there's this receptionist, like desk and glass, and she just starts beating on the glass with the gun, just beating on the glass nonstop, okay? And then I guess a cop finally comes towards the glass and she's like, bam, right? And then he moves out of the way, and then she's just walking around, and she's got the gun, and she points something out. The whole time, the whole clip, she's holding the gun like this. Like it's the wildest gun position I've ever seen. No wonder she didn't hit anybody, because it's just like this the whole time. And she's walking back and forth with the gun like this. Every once in a while she'll be like, bam, bam. And then my favorite part is she sits down and crosses her legs, puts the gun down, pulls out what I think is a thermos, takes a couple gloves, puts it back down, gets up with the gun, bam, 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 and then, police taser and tackle her, and it's all settled. Now, the reason that I'm so obsessed with this video is that there's no sound. So I don't know what she's yelling about. I don't know what any of this is about. I don't know what was said or anything. So then I had to insert it for myself. The video has 2 million views, and I think I'm on 1.9 million of those views. I think I'm not going to be able to stop watching, because this is my thing. White women are so helpful, especially to the police. So I feel like she just walked in and was like, hello? I found a gun. I found this gun outside, and is anyone here? Hello? I can't. I'm trying to return it. It's not mine. It's not my gun. And then a cop walked up and she was like, bam! Oh no! And he startled her, and she had a gun. And just like a cop, when he gets startled and he shoots. And so she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. Oh my god, this is so stressful. Oh my god, I love her saying. Anyway, does anyone want this gun? And then they tase her and they tackle her. And then even as they're picking her back up, she's like, it's not even my gun. You guys should be more responsible. No, I'm not kidding. Dude, yes. When your phones get out of jail, you need to watch this video. I'm not even kidding right now. We can only put it up. It's genuinely insane. I'm so glad you looked it up right now. Because some of y'all are looking at me like, a white woman would never walk into a police station with a gun. Yeah, no, I'm telling you exactly what happened. This is crazy. And she walks in, she's like, hello, bow. Thank you for looking it up. This is like, some of y'all just, wow. You looked me in my eye like I know a lie when I hear one. Okay. You know what's actually crazy? I thought about this weekend. You know what I've never done at all in my life? I had to really think of it. Never once in my life have I Googled Jada Pinkett Smith. So why do I know so much? Sprint. Oh, it's your ex-girlfriend. Okay, that's great. But, you guys would do the same shit at Taco right now. I'm trying to dance like early in the show. I don't want to do a little wrong, you know what I mean? Like, you guys are still friends. It's very, very cool. When did you break up? Really? How long were you together? Wow. Is you married? Kids? Oh. You got artificially engaged? Oh, that's something. Oh, right before you break up? Yeah, well, I feel like artificially engaged is a good start to a breakup. You're like, you want to marry me? You're like, not officially. I mean, don't tell anyone to write it down, for sure. Oh, shit, you got my face under here. Let me see that real quick. That's good. That's so weird. Thank you so much. That's really cool that you guys did that. That's freaked me out when I saw you posted on Instagram. I'll be honest with you, I was like, do I have merch? What's going on? That feels with other boys like my penis. I'm like, I'll shoot at that. What up, guys? Give it up for Ben and your host, Mike Kelly, one more time. Hell yeah, dude. Sorry, I looked you in the eyes for that chorus. I was like, Ben, he was like, okay. Are you straight? Okay, yeah, me too. Everyone thinks I'm gay, though. I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? Sexy boy? No. This is cool, man. I feel cool. I'm feeling good, dude. I got my first tattoo a couple weeks ago. Because I'm like, oh my god, it's okay, man. You know? Do you like it? I feel like that's not a tattoo guy thing. To be like, check it out, is it okay? Or, and it's also right here, so every time someone's like, let me see it, I'm like, watch out, it's a dagger. I'll get you. I'll get you, little guy. You have any tattoos, bro? Oh, you got a chess piece over there. Nice. What is that for? Do you play chess? You used to. Oh, okay, just the game got too tough, you know? Too physically demanding? It's so thick over here. I swear to God. I like action stuff if they're like like the English accent. No, I have one. That's okay, though. You don't mind. I know it sounds casual, but not playing all of this. Where are you guys from? About the weird, by the way.
Who asked? I'm asking. Can you say strawberry? Yeah. It was worth it. Yeah, it was. Yeah. We're not all like this. What's yours, bud?
Yeah.
Damn. Pop it over real quick? What is that? He's with somebody. Yeah. Oh, I got it. You guys heard that? So you got something else? What do you have? You're a full seat. What is it? Wow. Alright, she comes for everybody. She doesn't discriminate. What is it? Oh. Flowers and shit? Wow. You spent 2 days getting that tattoo. That's how you sum it up. There's flowers and shit. That's how you know it's cool? You just call it again shit. Alright, I'm gonna start doing that. Oh, what do you call it? That was great. I'm gonna start doing that. I gotta stop doing how you check it out. Like, you ever get nudies, dude, from your girl? You don't give me a finger to answer a question. Oh, it's your mom. Alright, now I get it. Yeah, I deserved all that middle finger. So do you or no? He goes, yeah, that was funny. Have a nice night. I won't look that way anymore. Alright, well. That's how I started my set. Shake it off, baby. You got some? Yeah, what's yours, miss? Oh, shit. I've never seen that before. Hey, what is that? Oh, yeah. You got your dog's footprints on there. That's really, really cute. What kind of dog was it? That's great. That's so great. What was her name? Abby. I love it. That's my footprint name. I wish she was there. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that's kind of early for this. Is a 7 o'clock show. I realize that now. This is sort of what I love dogs. I mean, is that you have dogs there too? Not even. Anyone got one and still kicking? So we go to the dog material, but you guys are like, they're all dead. You guys are together, right? Oh. Man, I hope it was worth it, because not anymore. I think you just blew your chances for a bit, and I respect them. He's like, tonight is it? Have you guys ever hooked up before? No. Tonight. You have an accent. Where are you from? Are you French? Yes. I think you meant we. Think of a safe word, but it's gonna be like baguette or whatever. No, don't say that word. That's not a. I feel cool. We got the cool guys. We got the cool guys, right? Also, that's not cool like you say, dude. You guys have tattoos? You do. What's that one, dude? God is greater than the highs and lows. Are you religious? Yeah. Yeah. No, you gotta kind of commit now. You have a girlfriend, Don? Oh. Okay. He's out with his boys. He's got I don't even want to go. Highs and lows, you know? I'm a superstitious person. Yeah, what is your superstition, Robert? Oh no. That's okay, just share it. I won't make fun of it.
I definitely like to bring blood for shows.
Would you perform?
I'm actually a voiceover actor.
Oh, voiceover actor?
But I used to be an onstage actor.
You used to be an onstage actor, and then they were like, let's just go with your voice. I'm so sorry. It's like, well, you know what, sweetheart? You're more of a radio now. I'm sorry, I didn't make fun of the superstition. I promise. You ever had anything Dylan, how you doing? Your open relationship, you explored. You guys keep flashing lights on me, I'm not sure what that means. Do I have to, I'll get off you. Who's that? Are you serious? No, wait, everyone's just quiet down. What do you want? You got the Oh, that was the first one? Okay. Thank you, God. Hey, have you ever had a finger up your butt? Catchphrase that you have for oh, you know God, he did everything. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. I feel like you were ready that halfway through. Whoa, dude, I've never heard a harder F on foreigners. Holy shit. Yeah, you're playing this out, but I think you're speaking with some of your ideas. It's because of where we are. It's not where we are. No, that's cool. Yeah, you were right. That's fine. Stand up and learn your lesson. There's two stereotypes on that. Really, I don't think that's necessarily true. I mean, this guy was an open relationship and he was gay last time, so you would have hated him. And I also started the show talking to a Colombian woman. Oh, wait, I already know who you are. What's your name, brother? Ready? Ooh, I like that. But come on. Not at all. Like the alcohol. Yeah, same thing. You know what I mean? I mean, like it was like, well, my name's Garfield. Like the cat. No, like the president. You don't get to choose what I make fun of, you know? 24? 21. Oh, shit, man. Alright, hell yeah, man. That's great. Cool. But I just legally became allowed to drink. Yeah, you know, like when me and my boys have a hard day at work. We like to sit back and there's no Red, man. What do you do, Red? You work at an animal hospital? What do you do there? You're kennel attendant. Okay, and like you're out to finish her. Just all day waiting for another one? I'm so sorry. This is not how it should. You know what? It's a late show. This is supposed to be the fun show. So I'm gonna get into it. What do you do, Miss?
Her.
Oh, you're vet tech. Oh, you guys met over just like, you're like, I can't believe he's gone. And you're like, come here, baby girl. Redneck's got you. Like the mouse? I can't help it. I just like accents a lot. I've been talking about that a lot recently. Does anybody have an accent that's not Australian or English?
Yeah,
What is it?
Middle Eastern.
I didn't hear an accent.
Hey.
Eastern. Prove it. I admit that Eastern. That was Indian. I don't know what to do with that. That was just racist the wrong way. Dude, that's hilarious. Holy shit. So you can, does it come in and out like that? There it is. Okay, yeah. You can do it. Oh man, I think I'm losing some fans tonight. Oh, it's Albanian. That's not. It is European. My brother-in-law's Albanian. He's got his whole penis. I didn't want to know, but we were friends one day. And I was like, how come it just keeps going? Where are you from? India. Oh, okay. Well, sorry about what I did a few minutes ago. I was just goofing, dude. I'm trying to make them laugh. That's not how I am. Are you from India? That's great, man. That's awesome. Prove it, dude. I'm kidding. What? You did? Alright, man. Are we talking about the same thing right now? Alright, do it. That's so dumb. I'm sorry. Where are you? Oh, you're over there. I was looking at that guy this whole time. Just like, I was wondering, how is he talking without moving any part of his body? Ask me to smile? What? Ask him to smile? Oh, because I can't see him? Oh, you f***ing... Holy shit! And so far, I've been love North Carolina. It's not the fact that you guys are laughing, it's the fact that they're willing to be the butt of the joke to me just because this is comedy, baby. So clap for them, clap for them. That's so cool. I can smile, I can see them now. Alright, cool. That's cool, man. You do work in IT? Do you? Yeah? 24, what do you do? You're a pilot. That's pretty sick, dude. That's cool. What kind of pilot? Small planes right now, dude. I was honestly really hoping you were like 747s. Just the guy, you can't rent a car when you drive a plane. I always say that. Drive a plane. Dude, I had to take a small plane in the Cessna when I was doing shows in the Caribbean, and the guy literally, he was in the front. I never had any issues with off before, but all your buttons are right there. I was sitting behind him, and I just kept having thoughts of like, what if I was just like, maybe? Record. Alright. I don't know if I'm supposed to do it. I feel like that's the only way I can salute the troops. Thank you for your service. But really, thanks for your service, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you doing it, because guys like me definitely can. Oh, man. I'm not gay, by the way. Do you guys get that vibe? What do you look for, lady, man? Oh, quick start. For real, what do you look for physically? What do you like? Yeah.
I like Wanda.
You like a Buddha?
Yeah.
Can I say that word? Is that racist? What does that mean?
It's a British word.
It's a British word?
Not British, but...
I know you're not. I hear you.
Yeah, I know, it's a British word. Believe it or not, I'm not British. I'm just a 9-year-old boy, but I like a Buddha, and I still haven't explained what that means.
What is that, dog?
It's a bop.
It's a bop.
A bop.
A bop.
Yeah.
Do you like a homeless woman? Oh, a fat butt. You like a fat ass. Say that shit. You're in America. Tell me you like a big booty bitch. Oh, yeah, I love you. Alright, cool. Alright, cool, dude. It sounds like it's like an Indian nanny or something. I don't know. It's a Buddha. So you just say a fat ass and maybe you'll get one. But I'll be honest, if you walk up to a girl and say, I like your Buddha, she's like, what? Even is that? That's cool, man. I like a nice fat butt. I like that, dude. I like eyes, you know? What do you call those, you weirdo? Yeah, you celebrity. I love that. Holy, hey, what are you, a 9-year-old white guy? Hot dog. Oh, I'm disappointed. That's the only joke that made you do that this whole time. You go down. That's a bad joke right there. Wesley, fucking done this here. He's a good guy. He's so down. Did you guys plan it, or was it more of like it was what? Spur of the moment. I'll stay in. Last minute decision. Call it audible. I ain't taking this one. Get my own apartment, man. Do you live in the city, though? No, where do you live? Albany. Okay, you got your own apartment. Oh, a house with a guy's school. Oh, okay. Yeah, your own little area. That's so cute. I love how you clarified that. You could have just said a house, but you're like, I got a house with a wife, and then she lets me have my own room. You could do anything in there, but she's not home. Do you have stuff on the walls? Like what? Posters? Oh my god. From like Spencer's? Like from like the store? Like where you go, remember when you go through all the posters and it was just like, it'd be like, you know, like Looney Tunes and fun shit, and there's like tits, and you're like, oh god. You got titties on your wall? No? What do you got? What's the poster? Music posters. Nice, man. Do you like air guitar in there and shit? Actual guitar? That's pretty sick, dude. Bring out the guitar. No. That's really cool, man. That's the goal, baby. That's why I love you. Get a dog? No, that's the next step. You're hoping for a dog? Maybe you'll get permission. Just bring him home. Keep him in your room. Shit. The nibble rings, too. Those are cool. Anybody have nibble rings? Yeah. It's a live show. And it's being streamed. Point to the cameras. No, I'm just kidding. You have one or two? You have one. Okay. Did you have two at some point, or just do one? Just. I know. That's too much. Two of them? It's like, don't be a whore. You know what I mean? Yeah. But one? You can still be my mom. Do you dog? Negative. Okay. I think we're defending our country. Did you ever have one up there, soldier? You haven't? How old are you? 21. Negative. Negative, sure, I've never had. Is this your father? I was gonna say, you're acting like, is it a court date for that? That's cool, man. Are you in the military? Negative. Just stop saying negative, bro. What do you do for work if that's like the thing? You work at a bank? Oh, so you're used to saying negative. How's my balance? Ooh, negative. That makes sense. Yeah, I've met you a few times. Let me explain what they are so I don't look stupid. What's your name, man? Ringo is your name? Rigo is your name, okay. Cool, man. Do me a favor, shut the f*** up, dude. My stuff's up there. That's the only thing I'm worried about now is that I have a little fanny pack, and that's real. I am actually mad, but when I go up there, I'm gonna go, oh, this is so bad. It's all part of the thing, you know what I mean? And now I can't even do that, because I just said it. You have any tats, man? You don't know? Oh, you don't? No, okay. You don't, comma, no. It's funny. They're just like, I don't know. I had a few crazy nights. I woke up and I didn't want to look back there. That's funny, dude. Are you guys see it together? Okay. Alright, wow. I wasn't here for that. Oh. Jesus, just walk in the room. Sorry. Alright, you're related, I bet, right? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I feel like I'm not sure. It makes me feel insecure. Tell me what's going on. What happened? Are you together? Oh, okay. For you. Well, why is this so funny right now? What's going on? Are you friends? No, you're just a guy. I'm just a guy by yourself. Hell yeah, man. You want to come stand up here with me the rest of the show? I'm not gay. I don't like. I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not. If you see my dad, can you tell him Are you gay? No. Yeah, me neither. Let's hang out tonight and not even kiss. No kissing out of the mouth. We don't like that stuff. Yeah, you guys do. Oh, you don't? I think you guys are together. Oh, she's your mom. Okay, it came full circle. So, I'm sorry, Mom. The show's almost over. Last one. And then you never have to do this again. You don't have to come back to it. That's cool. Alright. You're still the same guy. I have to reposition myself. Charlie. You took x-rays? That's awesome. X-ray what? Yeah, I'm good about it. Yeah, like specifically check ups. What part of the all the body do you want? It's great to see someone. Why? Why? You want him a lot? Don't do that. I want to tell everyone right here, right now. I ask you a question, be honest. You can someone there, the truth. Why you think? Hell is that? Be funny, Charlie. It's okay, man. I'm not gonna make fun of you. You're a doctor, right? Sure. I've never said no lies, bro. Then you imagine you're your doctor. You're like, you're my doctor. He's like, so you go take pictures of your insides. You're just taking an X-ray and find something. I wonder if there's a crossover where it's not telling you, it's telling you. There is. Your wife's laughing. Okay. You're a nurse. Okay, yes, you see my son girls on the office. My friend was an ER doctor. That's common. They go in with their arms and then they take it out. Arrow. Yeah, that happens, right? Quit doing that, guys. What part is a good part? I do anything like that. That's me. It's crazy. For you, that might be like Tuesday, you know, I don't know. 2 wives? 2? That's so funny. So you get one with, they're like, one, you're like, I think we got room for one more, dude. They're like, how about the coconut? No. You put a line. Okay, funny, you made it funny, man. You did it. What's your kink, baby girl? Italian? That's your kink? Yeah. Instead of normal fingering, he's like, yeah. No, really? That's what it took for you guys to like me, huh? A fingering joke? Wow, those are testicles, those are spicy meatballs. I do get things sometimes. Like, when I don't like to get, you do too? Nice. Ellie, what do you do this game? Oh, I don't do that. My game is like a shirt I wear. It's not like every now and then, like, it was just for tonight. Coming around. No, I don't want him to. To go to college? Was to study culinary chef, CIA, culinary student. You guys got that 1 second. There's another CIA. Well, you know, I work for the FBI, food and beverage industry. Actually, that's pretty good. Some of you clap because you wasn't funny enough. I appreciate that. No, that was good. What are you talking about, rats? You guys have rats? What are you talking about? You have Ohio? You from Ohio? No? Okay. What's going on over here? All everybody's gotta go with rats. Oh, you have rats? No. Ohio. You from Ohio? No. Why are you gaslighting me? I never get to use that word. I don't think I use it correctly. What are we talking about? Oh, you're talking about Ohio. Who talks about Ohio? Oh, okay. All right. Back to square one with what's going on. Welcome back, folks. On today's guest, we got 3 folks from somewhere. What kind of fish? These are chocolate fish. I was like, The tropical fish. Nice, man. You got a saltwater tank. What are you guys talking about now? Ohio? You got some Connecticut conversation happening? You got a fish? Wow, everything's related to you guys in so many ways. Holy shit. You're one of these next comics gonna come up here and be like, I'm John. You're gonna be like, we know it, John. I went to school. No, it's just because you guys are close to the stage and I'm insecure. I'll be better. I think that's a thing. I think that's a trait of mine, you know, that I think women can suss out pretty quickly. I'm an insecure guy. Do you guys agree or do you think I'm fine? Alright, can I just overtake it, right? But maybe you're so overtaking yes, that means a lot to me right now. Maybe it comes from circumcision. Like that's where my confidence was this whole time. Security lies in the blanket. You got a security blanket. Oh yeah, alright, cool. Thanks for talking to me and not them this time. I want to be part of your friendship.
Hey,
So you guys ever gone through a any reason?
yeah, the shoes.
Shoes?
Yeah.
Alright.
It was the tough sort of shoes that you wear.
What was wrong with your shoes?
They weren't right. I don't know.
They weren't right? They were just 2 left feet? Walking around with a goddamn big one, of course. They just weren't right. I've never seen that. Or like, you're just like looking at her, just like, shoes. Can you describe the shoes to us?
Yeah, they're like 90s working mom shoes.
90s working
Nothing
mom.
wrong with a 90s working mom, but the shoes aren't exactly.
Yeah, but it was emulating something that affects you. For sure. I want to unpack all this right now, but are you close with your mom, or did she possibly leave you with that in 1994? The last thing you saw as a little baby boy were those 90s working shoes walking out of your house. I think you're laughing really hard because I am correct. Where else outside the country with accent here? Yeah, where are we from? Brazil. Nice. You live here? Who are you here with? You don't sound like you have an accent. Okay, I'll ask you some questions. Say the alphabet. I don't know. Go through every letter. At some point you're gonna be like, M, N-L-O-B. What's a word that you make fun of for saying in English? I'm here, yes. It's so good right now. What can you pronounce? I want to hear it. Olives. Olives? Okay, say olives for me. Omnibus? Oh, do you know who wrote that? Omnibus. Oh, I thought a new question I would ask. I'm going to pick somebody from another country who like trying to talk about this. Mostly, this is food. Queso? That's how every white girl starts their stories.
Ooh.
That was my dick. Congratulations. How do you know? Christmas 2022. It was 43 degrees outside. No, I get it. That's a very lovely story, and I would love to hear it someday. How'd you propose, dude? Yeah. I feel like you're afraid to give details now. You're like, I just did. I threw a ring at her and ran away. I don't know, man. Alright, congrats, man. That's great. You're an angel, Andy. I'm sorry. But that's going to be the running joke the rest of the show. You walk around
Hey.
with no leash. You know the dog? You know who I got? It's just like, that little chihuahua's like, of course, I did. That's such a world we live in. I want a dog. Did I have a dog? Should I have a dog? Hell yeah, man. You're right under my nose the whole time. I got 2 dogs. One of them's a husky, one of them's an Australian shepherd. Ooh, what is it? A lab and one. Oh, okay. I wasn't close at all. But you have an energy that's like, you know what? Sure, that's what I got, man. You're like, he walks you without a leash. Where we going, Kyle? I'm so glad that you laughed at that joke, because not enough people did. That's all the videos we watch. I'm always like, as soon as I see a blue cow, I'm like, that's Austin, Texas, or whatever. So what happened? What happened? You don't know? Oh, you woke up to a story about you getting into a fight. That sucks, man. Is that why you're wearing blue shirts? You're like, I'm part of the cops. They lost you for an hour and a half. What do you want from now? How are your fists? Fine? Oh, no! I don't think you got into a fight, dude. I think you got beat the fuck up. The guy you fought with? The guy that found you was a UFC fighter. Okay, he's like, I found him like this. His picture he was getting over me like, you know, this is for pussies. Stand up. Well, what do you like about guys? What's something you notice about a fellow? Height? Height and teeth? I think the second one was for me a little bit. Height? No, I mean, you know, they got teeth. That's pretty good too. I like when they have teeth. What's your minimum height, you asshole? Answer me, face. Come on.
Oh.
What's your minimum? 6'1". Okay, that's okay. And then how tall are you? You seem like really tall. 5'11". Yeah, that's okay. What's your problem? You're short and tall. No, you're only 5'5". 5'8". Oh, okay. Yeah! We go everywhere together, like brother and sister. I've been trying to date in New York. It's been interesting. I'm eating french fries. You with somebody romantic with? No, you're not? All right, toss me one of those fries, Bolo. No. I want you to toss it and you know I'm out. Throw it up in the air. Let's do it. That was really good. That was amazing. supposed to be. Are you the guy together right here? Adorable. I love it, man. That's cool. You got a cool young guy hat on. How old are you? Oh, I mean, you're dead. You do what's right. You look good, buddy. You look really good. You're gay. Oh, and you're with her. Oh, whoa.
Oh.
So too bad it's weird. You know? You can never get that close. Really? And you guys be together tonight, but you're not kissing at night, right? Really? Uh-oh, I think you're both. It's like, I'm straight, but this is my boyfriend, Kevin. Whoa, Courtney's straight. I'm not gay. What's that? Look down. This is good. What? I got Nikes? It's a guest sweatshirt. Oh, is that not good? It's just guest sweatshirt. Okay, cool. You don't realize, though, dude, right now, that he said that to me, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm never gonna wear this. You think I'm joking around? I'm putting it in the bin that I gave to my friends. I'm never gonna wear this, ever again. I came in and went, honey, you have a newspaper boy hat on, and I trust you. That's a newspaper boy hat. You ever see the Sandlot? That's his hat. What is it? It's from some kind of arena. You got it at a cave. Okay, cool. Well, it's stupid. I'm just insecure. Yeah, it's gonna picture me on the news like this, like, how do you look my sweatshirt now? You did this. They were like, how did he die? You were like, yes. That was fun. Thanks. Clapper. That was as good as catching a French fry. Anybody else went through heartbreak this year so far? Okay. Did I hear one more woo? Did I hear a lady? Clap your hands together if you went through a breakup this year. Hi. What's your name, miss? Oh, dude. What's your name, dude? What's your name? Who clapped? You did. Did you clap?
Huh?
You did? Okay. I saw you. What was that? You gaslight me a lot sober. This isn't the comment section, bitch. No, I swear to God, I saw you go like that. That's okay, man. I'm just very sensitive right now. I went through a heartbreak this year, like many people. None of you, you're all happy. I say breakup or whatever, and it wasn't. She dumped me, which that's my really red flag. That's a big thing for me. I'm petty like that, dude. If you break up with me, I'm out. Like, I'm not gonna stay in a relationship if you break up with me. What's your name, dude? Kenneth. Kenny for sure, for short. It's not Kenneth, it's Kenneth. What's your ethnic background? South Carolina? Spell your first name. Okay, you said it weird. My name is J-E-F-F. I'm not like it's J-E-F-F. Say your name again. Oh, it was. Okay, I was making fun of your speech impediment. Touche.